morning, friends. I'm Jasmine from the Birth Zone. It is like that weird week between Christmas and New Year's when nobody knows what day it is or what's going on. My children are at home, so I apologize for any background noise. Please don't mind this lovely zit on my face if you're watching me on YouTube. That's, I'm sure, 100% because of all the chocolate I ate over the holidays. Anyway, I would love to give you guys a meditation today, but because there is dogs and kids and all that background noise, I thought that's probably not going to be the most relaxing thing for you to listen to. So instead, I just have a really quick little birth tip info to give you. As somebody, sometimes when we work in the birth world, like we forget the basic, what we consider basic, that the normal person doesn't know, because why would you? So that's what I'm going to cover today, which is when your water breaks. In the birth world, like midwives, doctors, doulas, we all know, nurses, that your water can kind of break any old time before labor starts, during labor, and even after labor, when the baby's actually being born. But a lot of people who are pregnant don't know that. And so you get a little trickle of water and you wonder, what's this? Or some people have heard of, we see in the movies that big, huge gush of water when you're walking down the street. And so you think, well, I can't be in labor yet because I didn't have that big gush of water. And that's how it always starts in the movies, right? So here, really basic information about this that I just want everybody to know going into your labor is that your water can break really at any time. Hopefully once you're full term for pregnancy is 37 weeks to 42 weeks. So, we hope that it's not earlier. If it's earlier than 37 weeks, you definitely need to call your doctor or go into the hospital because you definitely might be starting some premature labor there that they need to deal with. But if you're 37 weeks, your water can break literally any time. So it can break before your labor begins. It can break anytime during labor. So sometimes at the beginning of labor, sometimes in the middle of labor, sometimes at the very end of labor. And then sometimes it doesn't break at all. And your baby comes out actually in the water still. We call that in call. Very, very rare. It's supposed to be really a sign of good luck. It's kind of amazing when it happens. I've never gotten to see it personally, maybe one of these days. But that is where the baby comes out and the bag sort of stretches from inside of your body as the baby comes out. And then sometimes they have to kind of break it open and have the baby come out of that bag. Sometimes it breaks open on its own as the baby's emerging. But yeah, that's the basic gist of it. Little more information about that is, what is it like when your water breaks? Again, we all see movies, TV is this like huge gush of water. And sometimes that happens, but more often it's kind of a trickle. And it's often you get up, you go pee in the middle of the night, and you go back to bed and you're like, oh wait, I'm wet again. Is that pee or did my water break? I will tell you, this is one of the most common phone calls that we get to our doulas, wondering from our clients, like, I honestly can't tell if this is pee or if it's urine. We can't tell. We're on the phone. But even second, third time moms who have had their water break before, they've been in labor before, you'd think they would know, and they don't. So it's a mystery to all of us. Sometimes they go in after a while if their labor doesn't begin just to get it checked. And I have had very experienced moms who go in swearing their water broke. And they go in to get it checked at the hospital. They can do these little like test strips on the fluid to be able to tell usually if it's amniotic fluid or not. And they go get it checked and it's like, nope, that must have just been pee because your water is still intact. And they send them home and they don't go into labor for another week or two. So don't be surprised. It can come in all different forms, all different timelines, and all different amounts. One way that we like to tell people to check is that if your water breaks, it's going to keep coming out, because your body keeps making more amniotic fluid. So if you have that little kind of trickle of water or a little wet spot in your bed or somewhere you were sitting and you're not sure, just kind of keep track for a couple hours and see if the water keeps coming out, because if it was your amniotic fluid, it will likely keep coming out. And if it was some urine, then it's usually more of a one-time kind of spurt. Don't be embarrassed either if it is urine. You've got a lot of little mighty little hands down there low down by your bladder inside your uterus. The hands are inside your uterus, not your bladder, but they're near your bladder. And so when that baby's moving around, sometimes they just punch the wrong way or kick the wrong way, and it just boom hits that bladder and some urine kind of spurts out. It happens to all of us. So don't worry about that if that's the case. But yeah, that's some quick little information today. Thank you for putting up with me and my zitty face. And if you're watching this on YouTube, just know you can also find it on my podcast channel, The Birth Zone. If you're vice versa, if you're listening on the podcast, go to YouTube so you can see these lovely zits I'm talking about. And also know that I've got some visuals to go along with this. Well, not like helpful visuals. It's just kind of a fun visual on TikTok with some fun music put to it. But yeah, find us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, The Birth Zone. All right. Thanks so much. Hope you're having a great holiday week.